Alright guys, let's have a real conversation about content creation. I want to talk to you today because I know a lot of people want to quit their 9 to 5 jobs and they want to go full-time into content creation. They want to be their own bosses. And it sounds really great on paper, but I think a lot of us don't realize how hard it's going to be and what are all the drawbacks that we're going to have to fight through in order for that freedom and that dream to come true. A lot of people want to quit their 9 to 5s, become full-time content creators, and a lot of us are just not cut out for it. It's not that we're not cut out to do the work. I know a lot of us aren't cut out to do the work, but some of us are. Like I am. I'm ready to work, basically I was doing DoorDash and Uber Eats and all that stuff. So I'd wake up early, 6, 7 in the morning, come out here, do my videos. I would head to the town where I DoorDash, an hour away. I would leave at 8, get there at 9, clock in, DoorDash all day until 9, 10 o'clock at night, and then come home, tired, exhausted, go to sleep, didn't get to spend any time with my family, and I would have to do that every day with no days off, nothing like that. And I did get a big chance to grow my channel, which is great. It's over 100,000 subscribers now. Now it's about 122, I think, 122,000. So I was able to grow, a lot of subscribers and the views and everything on my channel over the last 7 months. But the drawbacks is I don't have insurance. I don't have taxes getting taken out and set aside. I'm supposed to be taking out taxes from my money from DoorDash, and I just don't make enough money from it in order to save it. We're really just scraping by, man. I work every day, long hours every day. And it's pretty rough, man. So it wasn't like as glamorous as people made it out to be. At the beginning of the year, I was making a good chunk of change from YouTube. I mean, there were some videos that popped off and made 100,000 views. Those were getting I was making like 2,500 a month from at the beginning. I had some YouTube shorts that would hit like 1 million views, 10 million views, 20 million views. And again, I was still making under around $2,000 a month, but it was not nearly enough to cover my bills because I have a home. We got plenty of bills. I got a kid to feed, and it's rough. My wife even had to get a job now, so it's rough, man. We're just making it by. But I think what people when they plan on quitting their jobs and becoming full-time content creators, they usually do it when they match their W2 paycheck with their YouTube paycheck. So let's say you're making $4,000 on the W2 job and you finally hit $4,000 as a YouTuber. You're like, you know what? I think I'm ready. Now I'm going to quit that job and just go YouTube full time. But are you really thinking about the fact that you were making $8,000 that month? Now you remove $4,000 just so you can put more time into this other $4,000. And that's only going to grow maybe to $5,000, $6,000 if you're lucky. Because YouTube is so up and down, man. It's like 1 month you're making 2,500, the next month you're making 500. So there's a big up and down curve. My advice to everybody is just do not quit your W2 job, no matter what. There's always benefits from the W2 job. The fact they take out taxes, the fact that you get a tax return at the end of the year. You also get your benefits, your full-time benefits, but the most beneficial thing is the consistent paycheck you're expecting you can plan for, because right now I can't budget. I can plan a budget, but if I don't hit that income that I planned for, it destroys the whole budget and I'm fucked. I'm basically screwed for the whole month, and I got to start taking out money from next paycheck, like with a payday loan or something like that. And it's been rough, man. So I definitely think everyone should just hold on to your W2 job. That's consistent money. The job isn't the point here isn't we want to make things easier. We want to have more times to relax. We're young. We got to get to work, man. We have to work. We need to work our 40 hours and we need to put time into content creation on the side. And once the side becomes this big thing we can take seriously, then I think we can maybe take less PTO or not PTO, overtime. Let's say less, we'll just stick to the 40 hours here. We know our paycheck's coming in. That's there. It's always going to be there. Now we can put more hours into content creation. Maybe we can take more risks with content creation. But overall, keeping that W-2 job there, that consistent income, is the most important thing you need to keep your content creation life alive. Because when I'm working these long hours every single day with no days off, it is hard to come out here and make good content when I'm not feeling it, and I don't even have the time to plan for it. Maybe one day I gotta not make a video just so I can plan for the next video, and then again I come back to it the next day and I'm like, what was I thinking about that? I just wasn't feeling it that day. I just wanted to rush and get things done. It's much better when you only have to work 8 hours, and then you could spend like 3 or 4 hours on content creation, whether it be planning, updating stuff, and or actually just making the videos. And then you still have time at the end of the day to spend with your family, or maybe you have to, like those PTO, the paid time days off, the holidays you get, all that stuff is tremendously valuable. And when I was laid off, I had opportunities to work for other companies, and I dismissed them because I really wanted to be full-time. I wanted to do my own thing, be my own boss. That does come with freedom, but it comes at a heavy cost. So I just want you guys to think about these things before you dive right into it. Oh man, it's been a rough 7 months. I'm just gonna say that. Time has been flying by like crazy. I don't get to see my son as much. I used to work from home, so I was always here. I'd see everything that he learned and stuff like that. But I'll come home after 3 days not even seeing my family because they're either asleep or not awake yet by the time I'm leaving, or I come home. I don't even see them for a couple days, and then here we are. It's like, oh, he learned how to do this the other day. He learned how to do this the other day. I'm like, damn, man, I missed out on all this just so I could be out there door dashing. And I have a lot of regret from it, honestly. I'm fine with the hard work. I can do the hard work, but at what cost? When I look at the cost, the pros and the cons, and I weigh them against each other, there's just way too many cons for the small amount of pros I can get. I think a lot of us just need to think about those pros and cons and really look into it before you make any rash decisions. I know a lot of people, they'll say, I'm making $4,000 from YouTube. So again, I just want you guys to really think about what you're doing before you do it. Leaving your job is a big choice to make. Your family depends on it. You depend on it. So it's gonna affect everybody around you. And I just want you to really think about it before you make that huge decision. Now, when is it a good time to leave your full-time job when you want to go into full-time content creation? Honestly, you got to be making well over $10,000 a month in order to really, justify the fact you're going to leave this mass chunk of income that you would normally get every month to work on YouTube full time, because you really need to be able to double what you are making at your W-2 job in order to justify it. Because I mean, that's a huge chunk of income you're going to be throwing away just so you could put more time into something you were already doing and already mastering. And you know what I mean? Like, why would you throw this away when you're already making this huge amount of income from YouTube? In my opinion, I've seen really big content creations. I mean content creators, they make $100,000 over here on YouTube. No joke. They make $100,000 a month on YouTube. Well over $1 million a year, and they still work their W-2 job because it has those benefits, the taxes, that extra income, and they're able to do both. So why not keep both and just keep them going? I know a lot of the younger generation, my generation, a lot of us are just, honestly, let's just be real with it. They're lazy. They don't want to work. They just want the easiest way to income. They really don't want to work. They're just lazy as hell. And once they start making a decent amount of income, they're more focused on lessening the workload than actually doing something that's smart and beneficial to their future. That's a lot of us, man. And when I was laid off and I didn't accept those jobs, that was my laziness taking over for me, because I was like, man, I really don't want to be stuck at home and working my W2 job. And then now 7 months later, I'm understanding the regrets, the weight of losing that job and everything I left behind with it. So I just want you guys to really, really, really think, weigh the pros and cons before you just quit your W2 job. In my opinion, I just got hired at this new job. I'm going to be starting at the end of the month. I'm going to be keeping my W2 job forever. I'm always going to head down this W2 path. And I'm just going to make content creation on the side like I always have been. I was able to get to 100,000 subscribers doing that. I was able to have a consistent schedule back when I had the W2 job. I'm going to keep doing it, man. And I don't see any reason to not have the W2 job after this point. I tried not having one. I tried doing DoorDash, everything I could, and things were rough, man. Things were so rough that it just got to the point where I was praying every day, like, something has to change, something has to give. My YouTube channel has to blow up, it has to get better. And then my old boss reached out to me and said, hey, I got a job opportunity for you. And here we are. Now things are going to move up from here. So I really want you guys to think about what you're doing before you make these huge decisions. And again, if you have anything to ask me, let me know, man. I'm here to talk to you guys. My channel that you're watching right now, it's my experience as a content creator and just as a normal human being in America. Everything I learned, my mistakes I've learned, I'm here to just hand that information over to you. So I hope this video, kind of helped you out a little bit. But again, if you have any questions, always reach out to me. I'm here in the comment section. Just reach out to me, man. I'm willing to help anybody, because we're all on this journey together, and I will never be successful unless you guys are successful as well. So I hope this video helped you out. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one.